Today we react to the world's craziest animations by Zack films, from seeing an old lady licking a person's eyes to see a boy dialing the phone with no arms.
He dialed the phone using a pencil.
Whoa!
Blood poured from the stumps where his arms should have been. You see, they had been ripped off after his shirt got caught in the machine.
Gosh.
But he walked 100 yards to his house and opened the door with his mouth. Then he used a pencil to dial 911. Once help arrived, they found his arms, and doctors were able to attach the bones, veins, and skin while he was in a coma. He spent weeks in recovery and eventually regained use of both arms.
Wow, bro, that's so crazy though. Like, good thing these are animations, bro, because, bro, if this was real, that would be horrific.
She presses her tongue
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, but like, that's so nasty.
right against the surface of their eyeball and moves it all around. And this supposedly pulls out tiny pieces of metal and debris. Now, people actually travel to this woman, paying her to remove things in their eyes like this. And they claim she can heal most eye problems just by licking it. But it's actually dangerous because it can spread serious infections from her tongue that could leave you permanently blind.
Bro, tell me where this woman is so I can never go here, bro. Oh my gosh, like, I would not go here, bro. What the freak is this? Yo, that's actually nasty though. This is why aliens won't visit us. How'd you go blind? My eyes got licked. All right, that's enough internet for the week, brother. Yeah, this is nasty, bro. And the tongue is so real. Like, it's literally got the taste buds and everything, like the texture of it. Oh, this is I'm telling you, these are gonna be the world's craziest animations, bro. Zack films doesn't disappoint.
They would stick a stamp on their child.
What the heck?
The man would put them with the packages.
Whoa!
15 cents to send him 1 mile to Grandma's house. You see, when the post office started accepting large packages, the rules didn't say anything about humans.
What the heck?
Families in rural towns started mailing them across the country. Some were sent over 700 miles away, riding the mail trains with the other packages. But when the government found out, they quickly put an end to it.
Yo, who would write in the mind, like, would do this, like, to their own child, bro? And, like, by the way, for those who don't know, like, these videos are not fiction, bro. So, like, this actually happened. Like, Zack films doesn't tell lies unless he actually says it in the video or in the title, saying fiction.
They painted black and white stripes across the cow's back, then added thinner lines down the legs. You see, flies sense how light reflects off the cow's back, using it to guide where they land, then they bite into their skin. But the stripes mess with how the light reflects on the cow's back, scrambling the fly's ability to focus and slow down. So instead of biting the cow, they bounce off or fly right past. And that's the same reason why zebras evolved to have stripes.
Yo, I'm gonna have to start painting myself stripes, bro. Like, honestly, I hate flies, I hate bugs, bro. I don't care if they're good for my ecosystem, bro. Frick their ecosystem, and millions, bajillions of humans would be happy for flies, all right? Zebras literally evolved because bugs are super nice. That's what I'm saying, bro. We need to evolve, bro. We need, like, skin. I'm sorry, I'm crashing out, but, like, we need skin repellent, skin for flies, bro. And mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are...
He told the waiter their food wasn't cooked right,
Okay.
sending it back to the kitchen. Then he ordered a soda to go, sipping it as he drove home.
Hey.
But something tasted strange, and when the lid popped off, he saw a thick wad of spit floating inside. So he drove straight back to
Heck
Chili's,
yeah, Chili's.
confronting the waiter who denied everything. But police tested the drink, matching DNA from the spit to the waiter. The waiter was fined, and the couple sued for emotional trauma.
Valid reason to say is disgusting and gets people say. That's what I'm saying, bro. That was valid, bro. Screw this waiter, bro. Screw him. Honestly, the man suing the waiter was valid. I was sued as well. Yes, sir.
They ram their antlers into each other, locking them together. And they can get stuck so tightly that they can't be pulled apart. The two deer twist and struggle trying to break free. And this can last for days. Eventually, one will collapse from injuries and exhaustion, and the other is left dragging the body behind. To escape, it jerks and thrashes until the skull breaks free, leaving it stuck
Sorry. But like, bro, that's so nasty, bro. That's actually so nasty.
wearing the head and antlers like an unwanted trophy.
Unwanted, bro is never lonely. That's so gruesome, bro. Until one trophy sounds weird but terrifying. Yeah, bro would never be lonely again. Like, bro, like Zack Films has the world's craziest animations. Bro, you saw that? Hold on. I gotta replay.
Well,
Look
the
at
skull breaks free.
Oh!
A strip of leather was
Okay.
wrapped around a wooden rod.
Okay.
And a message would be written straight
I love
across
Zack
it.
Films.
But when it was unwrapped again, the writing would look scrambled. Now, if an enemy soldier stole it, he couldn't read it. Even wrapping it around another rod wouldn't help. The letters would still be jumbled if the size didn't match. But the person it was meant for had a rod that perfectly matched the original. When the letter was wrapped around, each wrap
love
was the
Zack
right
Films.
length, making the letters line up to reveal the hidden message.
That's awesome, bro.
The baby bird fell and hit the ground
No!
hard, and a man saw the whole thing. Immediately, he texted a picture to a wildlife rescue, who told him to bring the bird in. But he couldn't drive his car because he was drunk, so he ordered an Uber. The driver showed up and agreed to take the passenger by itself. And when it arrived, the staff found the baby bird weak, but alive.
Hey, and then I thought you heard the statement, a bird took an Uber in my life. Yeah, despite being drunk, man still hot, that the poor bird. He is the real hero here, yes sir. No blood, no crime, just pure soulful video. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Place the flies in the fridge until they stop moving.
Okay.
Then slice a matchstick in half and
Okay.
glue a paper-thin wing across the top. Add tiny drops of glue to the wing, one for each fly. Then stick the dormant flies on by their bellies, all pointing in the same direction. Breathe warm air across their bodies, and as they wake up, their wings buzz back to life, and the whole plane lifts off the ground.
Hey, man, to be a fly here, I would kill myself, bro. If I could, or somehow, I don't know. That is torture, bro. Imagine being a fly and getting kidnapped, frozen until you pass out, and when you and your boys wake up, you're stuck to some sort of evil human centipede exquisite playing contraption. That's what I'm saying, bro. Bro took slavery to a whole nother level, bro. That's what I'm saying. This is the type of stuff that psychopaths do when they're bored. Yep.
The hot wax dropped straight into her open right eye while she was getting her eyebrows done. She screamed as it burned through the surface. Later at the hospital, doctors found an ulcer and scarring, resulting in permanent damage, and she lost over half of the vision in that eye. She sued the spa and walked away with $400,000, and the salon was later shut down.
Only 400? Bro, you gotta get like tens of millions or a million, bro. At least. That's the very least. Respect to the lawyer who helped her win the lawsuit. Yeah. Losing half your vision from eye and only getting 400 is crazy. She deserves at least one. That's what I'm saying, bro.
A tiny bullet was packed into the end of the key.
Okay.
And a safety latch stopped it from firing.
Okay.
This meant the guard could still use it to unlock cell doors. But if the prisoner tried to escape, the guard could release the safety. And when he pulled the trigger, a tiny flash ignited the gunpowder inside. This would shoot the bullet, stopping the prisoner in their tracks and making others think twice before trying to escape.
I like that Easter egg right here where they're counting the amount of days they're in prison. That's a lot of damn days, bro.
If you pulled a fish out of the ocean and dropped it into a pond,
Yo.
it would quickly die.
Okay.
That's because without salt, they absorb too much water, making their organs swell. But if a bull shark is plopped into a lake, they start peeing like crazy.
Yo,
to
what?
20
Ew,
times more
bro.
than normal to
That's so
flush
nasty.
out the excess water they're absorbing. At the same time, a special gland in their butt works overtime to hold on to salt, preserving the delicate balance in their blood that most fish would lose, meaning you could find a bull shark swimming in any body of water.
Damn. And that's one thing to know. I knew my fool fears were justified.
A meteor headed straight for a small house.
Hey,
where a
oh
woman
no,
inside
no,
was
no,
napping on
no,
her
no.
couch. The rock
No.
smashed into a wooden radio, bouncing off and slamming into her side. The meteorite was the size of a grapefruit, and she became the first and only person to be hit by one and survive. But her landlady claimed the rock belonged to her because she owned the house. So she sued the woman, and she had to pay $500 just to keep the rock that hit her. But the endless stress from media attention wrecked her life, so she eventually gave it away to a museum.
Bro, that's worth millions and jillions of dollars though, right? Respect to the woman gentleman, but disrespect to the landlady. Yes, sir. That landlady is miserable as frick.
If you shot a bullet at a fly, would it be fast enough to move out of the way? Well, this is what we actually look like to a fly. To them, we move in super slow motion. This is because flies process what they see over 4 times faster than humans and can fly away in about 20 milliseconds. But a bullet moves at over 800 miles per hour, faster than a jet. And by the time the fly registers the bullet's movement, it would have already traveled over 20 feet, meaning it will get hit before it can react.
Hey, respect to the bullet, bro, because screw flies. I don't care. I have a valid reason to crash on flies, bro. They're just so ugly, bro. Why do you have a minigun? Flies. That's what I'm saying. That fly got cooked. Yes, sir. Hats off to the person who tried to kill a fly with a bullet. That's what I'm saying, bro.
He crawled into a hole in the wall after escaping prison and found himself inside a Toys R Us.
What the heck?
Over the next 6 months, he built a home there.
Hey, yo, bro, what are these Easter eggs, bro? This is like the dumb guy Zack films uses.
Stealing from the store to decorate his home.
What the?
He lived off baby food and kids snacks and exercised by riding a bike around the store at night.
Oh, at night? Okay, but wouldn't like security cameras not see? Bro, what the? What the? Okay.
Eventually, he set up baby monitors to keep track of employees and even changed their work schedules.
What?
All so he could rob the store at gunpoint. But after police caught up with him, he was put back in prison.
Hey, Nils was living paradise, bro. Rent free, everything free. He got too greedy. He was living the best life. That's what I'm saying, bro. Look at this. No rent, no taxes, free food, free shelter, and even an inbuilt gym, all while having fun. This man was living the life. There already an honest companion for him, and that would have life would have been perfect. Yes, sir.
He grips the bow firmly between his toes, pointing his feet toward the target. He then picks up the arrow using his other foot and hooks it into a small metal clasp. Slowly, he leans back, pulling the string and lining up the shot. Then he releases the arrow by triggering the clasp with his jaw, sending it straight into the bullseye. And this precision is what earned him an Olympic medal.
Gold Olympic medal, bro? That's so crazy. And this is true, by the way, bro. Like, these are actually like crazy animations, man. I'm telling you, this man with no hands, yet he's better than archers than 99% of humans. 99.99% of humans, bro. Gold medals are insane. You're competing against the world.
A wire inside her pacemaker suddenly came loose, stopping the blood from pumping. She collapsed unconscious on the floor. Now, when her husband grabbed her by the ankles to move her, she suddenly woke up. You see, being upside down somehow reconnected the wire to her heart. But when she stood upright, it disconnected again. So to keep her alive until they could do surgery, her husband had to hold her upside down for over an hour.
That's so tragic, bro. That must have been crazy pressure at the moment. Yeah, that was a scary situation to be. She was lucky her husband was there to help her. That's love. Yes, sir. Her husband proved how worthy he is in their love and relationship, respect for the gentleman. Yes, sir.
If you clap both ears, your cupped hands create a pressure wave that slams into your eardrums from both sides. This compresses the delicate hair cells inside. Now, these hairs convert sound into electric signals. Once they're damaged, they don't grow back. And if the pressure is strong enough, it can even rupture your eardrums, causing hearing loss and leaving you constantly dizzy.
That's crazy. Yeah, guys, don't do what I just did. Don't. Whoa. That feels weird. Yeah, don't clap your ears, bro, because this is gonna happen. Thanks for the idea, Zack.
She locked her son inside.
What the heck?
He was just a baby. And over the next 7 years, he was raised by the birds.
You got the chicken emote, bro.
He learned to move like
what
them,
the heck?
make strange bird-like sounds instead of talking. And because he only ate chicken food, he didn't get enough vitamins, causing his bones to warp and bend. Even after he was rescued, he moved around like a chicken. And though he eventually learned English, his body never fully recovered.
Oh, that's so tragic, bro.
The attacker fired the gun,
okay,
aiming directly at the man.
Oh no.
At the same time, he put his bag up to cover his face. And instead of piercing his skull, the bullet hit the bag and flew straight into the iPad inside. It lodged itself in the metal, leaving the man unharmed. And he managed to tackle the gun.
Hey! Let's go.
Holding him there until the police arrived.
Yo, this might be an iPad kid, guys. He's a good iPad kid, bro. 99 missed calls from Lullaby Mike.
He filled the glass tubes with gasoline and lit them on fire to
what
make
the heck?
homemade lightsabers. Then he broke them over her back as a camera filmed them. But on the 7th stunt, the fuel suddenly exploded. Glass shards flew through the air as the fireball erupted, completely consuming the girl. And both of them were severely burned, ending up scarred for life.
For those wondering, on May 16, 2005, Hemel Hempstead, UK, where 2 teens, Mark Webb, age 20, and Shelley, age 17, poured gasoline petrol into a fluorescent tubes to make gas. Yep, based on a true story, unfortunately. Yeah, there you guys have it for the world's craziest animations by Zack Films. If you guys want to see more content like this, click this video here.